The final week of preparation of Saints training camp is upon us as we head towards the final preseason game on Sunday against the Houston Texans. That's Erin Summers. I'm Todd Graffagnini. It's another edition of the Saints training camp report. Lots to talk about as far as what happened at practice today, Erin. But first things first, who'd you see out there?
It started yesterday with linebacker Demario Davis, guards Andrus Peat and Cesar Ruiz getting back into practice for the first time in quite a while. And then today, we welcomed back tight end Jimmy Graham, and he had a fantastic practice. He was all over the place making catches. He was in the end zone, so that was really good to see. And we saw a little bit of cornerback Marshon Lattimore tackle Calvin Throckmorton working through individual drills. Great to see them back on the field in some capacity as well. Cam Jordan, Ryan Ramczyk got their vet days.
Well, Erin, as far as the practice itself, the Saints work with deafening crowd noise in the indoor facility.
I mean, we had to go on silent count offensively, which we have to be better at. And then also, defensively, you're going to have to communicate in the crowd noise. And look, the biggest thing is we got to be able to operate those situations and not beat ourselves. So there's some things that obviously we got to get cleaned up.
Now, Erin, in case anybody out there has not heard, the Saints had scheduled joint practices against the Texans on Thursday and Friday. Those have been canceled. So really, the only final evaluation you've got left from some players that are on the bubble will be Sunday in the preseason game.
Probably changes a little bit in terms of what we're doing, but not too much, not too significant in terms of what we're going to try to get accomplished. We'll be obviously going against each other, so we're seeing a lot of the same looks that we've seen, but we'll get some good work in that way. And I don't know that it's going to change a whole lot in terms of what we do on Sunday. But again, I think we just got to kind of let the week kind of play out a little bit.
Well, when you're making that 53-man roster and you're basically on the bubble, it is a huge, huge week. You think about what happened on Sunday. Defensive end Nico Lawless, a 3-sack performance against the Chargers. He had another pass breakup. He was outstanding, but he knows he's got to play that way. Former XFLer, so he's got a little pro experience in his second year out of Dartmouth, but again, a very big week for him.
A lot of players fighting on the defensive side. Offensively, we saw wide receiver Shaq Davis really perform well on Sunday. He caught some big passes, a 47-yarder from Jameis Winston, and then today at practice caught another 30-yard pass. So he is really standing out as training camp has gone on. And then another rookie, running back Ellis Merriweather. He is fighting for an area that they need to find some depth in that running back room. He has an opportunity this week as well.
Great. I think I've probably had some of the best camp and preseason in my career, honestly. I got to attribute that to being able to play in the XFL and develop more. Just like getting those extra reps in the spring really helped me come along. So I think it's really translated to right now.
Me being a big play receiver, that's kind of been my trademark since I was in high school. So I'm just trying to build off of that and just keep improving each and every day, make more plays as I'm here.
I'm feeling great. Of course, there's little things that I've been learning on, focusing on, coaching points after that first game, and then just continuing to build on those every day. So I feel like, it's the last week, so I'm kind of, at my best as far as I can be right now for preseason. So just continuing to hammer the details, because for the most part, the coaching points are the same for me. So just got to continue to take those in and apply them on the field.
Well, Erin, we've been talking since day one as far as what's going on at cornerback. We know Marshon Lattimore is locked into that left spot, but it's been a daily competition between Paulson Adebo and Alontae Taylor on the other side.
It's been Paulson Adebo's spot since he got here. He is going into his third year now. And Alontae Taylor came along last season, took advantage of an opportunity when there were injuries. He's heading into year 2. Who is going to solidify that spot? Well, it's still up for grabs. We saw both of them going at it on Sunday, getting some reps in the game against the Chargers. It's a fun battle to watch. They are definitely making these wide receivers work, and we'll see if we continue to see them on this upcoming game.
Maybe right before we went to LA, I just kind of told myself, don't focus so much on the competition. Just go out there and try to do the best you can with the reps that you get. At the end of the day, I don't control the decision that the coaches make, but I do control how I play and how I practice. So just working on the way I prepare and just the way I respond to things.
Erin, what is turning into a position of strength on this New Orleans Saints defense and team for that matter is the defensive line. And you've got a number of guys that have really made impacts throughout camp and in the couple of preseason games. One of those has been defensive end Tano Passigno. He fits the prototype, what Dennis Allen is looking for in a defensive end perfectly. He's long, he's got a very big wingspan, and he continues to make plays defensively.
He's done a good job for us. He, along with a lot of the other guys, on the defensive line, we've had a lot of batted balls, and whether it be in practice or game situations, it's something we hadn't had a lot of in the last few years. So that's been good to see. I think he gives us some versatility in terms of being able to play on the edge, also play some inside. So I think he's a valuable piece to what we're doing defensively.
Two other defensive players on that line that we've been watching throughout camp is defensive end Peyton Turner and defensive tackle Malcolm Roach. Both seem like they have taken a big step forward this year. They've been putting a lot of work into their bodies, figuring out how they're going to be able to be healthy for the remainder of the season, how they can be more effective, more aggressive in their roles this season.
I feel good. I feel good where I'm at. Like I've been saying, I feel like my confidence has just been rising. Coach Grantham just keeps coaching me, help guiding me. I don't feel like super restricted. So just having that freedom is gonna just create confidence.
Being able to play multiple positions and being able to do more. Cam always say the more you could do, and that's something that sticks with me. I'm able to play nose guard, and I'm also able to play D tackle. So being able to play those two positions is two totally different things, but me learning that at an early stage in my career, how to play the nose guard position, but also just having a natural ability to play 3-tech is something that I think is taking me a long way, and to be honest, kept me around here for a little while.
Well, that is going to do it. 19 practices down again, headed towards that final preseason game on Sunday against the Houston Texans. That's Erin Summers. I'm Todd Graffagnini. We will see you on Thursday for another edition of the Saints Training Camp Report right here on Your View.